As a kid, all a nigga wanna have was a Burberry scarf and $3 in my pocket. Instead I got beat with a switch, but I don't give a fuck, but it's on my body. Scars all up on me, but I run around from everybody. Life lesson learned, I better learn from this bitch, nobody. She pushed me around, she didn't give no motherfucks about it. She broke my heart 3 times, but I ain't getting...
So, in another divisional matchup, we have the New York Jets taking on the Buffalo Bills, going on the road to face Buffalo. And to be honest with you guys, I know a lot of Jets fans are probably going to get upset about what I'm about to say, but I have a lot of concerns about the New York Jets going into this game. And I'm just being real and I'm being honest. No bias or anything like that, because I haven't heard a lot of good things about the New York Jets coming out of training camp. I heard that their training camp wasn't all that great. I heard that in some practices, the second team offense outperformed the first team offense, and that the first team defense got scored on by the second team offense. Then I had questions about this wide receiver position. How good is this wide receiver position going to be? Because the wide receiver core is already pretty much one of the worst in the NFL. And on top of that, you're facing one of the best secondaries in the NFL in the Buffalo Bills. So, I mean, this wide receiver core, I'm looking for them to prove me wrong. Because they got a really tough test ahead of them this week in this matchup against the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills, you got Jordan Poyer, you got Michael Hyde, you got cornerbacks Levi Wallace, Tre'Davious White, Josh Norman. And you're looking at this receiving core, which your best wide receiver is pretty much Jamison Crowder. You got Rashard Perriman and Denzel Mims. So, I mean, how are these guys going to face against one of the best secondaries in the NFL? And then this defense for the New York Jets. I mean, how's this defense going to look? Because you're missing 2 of your best players on the defense. You lost Jamal Adams, who not only was probably the best guy that you got on your defense last year at being able to get pressure on the quarterback, but he was your best defensive back and your best tackler. You lose him. C.J. Mosley, who a lot of New York Jets fans were banking on coming back this season, he's not playing this year. So, I mean, here's the thing with this game. I think we're going to find out more about the New York Jets than we are the Buffalo Bills. The New York Jets are either going to prove that everything that went on throughout training camp was right, or that everything that went on throughout training camp was just, smoke and mirrors and overreactions. So we're going to find out a lot about this New York Jets team. And when you look at the Buffalo Bills, this is a Buffalo Bills team that is no easy outing. This is a Buffalo Bills team that should be considered in that dark horse Super Bowl discussion. Especially now that they added Stephon Diggs. You're going to have the Stephon Diggs on one side. You're going to have John Brown on the opposite side. And John Brown last year was the Buffalo Bills' #1 wide receiver. And he wasn't all that bad. I think he actually outperformed my expectations. So even if Stephon Diggs never got traded to Buffalo, I would still have a lot of faith in this receiving core. And I think that this receiving core could do a lot of damage to this New York Jets secondary. I mean, I don't think this New York Jets secondary is good. I don't know if a lot of you guys watching this feel the same way I do or listening to this. And if you are listening to this on YouTube, make sure that you guys go ahead and check out the JT Sports Podcast. Every video that's uploaded on the channel, you can also listen to the audio version as well on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts from. And make sure that you also go ahead and leave a 5-star review on the podcast. And if you're listening to this on the audio platform, make sure that you go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, JT Sports. But I mean, with the Buffalo Bills, I think that the Buffalo Bills are a really good team. And this defense could give the New York Jets a lot of problems in this game. Because like I said, I don't really trust his wide receiver position. Haven't really heard a lot of great things about it. I heard Adam Gase said that Jamison Crowder should have at least 90 receptions this season. But I mean, this team for the New York Jets concerns me. I'm really concerned about this game because let's face it. If the New York Jets cannot have a successful run game in this game, it is going to be a long afternoon. A really long afternoon. Because I don't care how good Sam Darnold is, he can only do so much. I don't really have a lot of faith in these wide receivers for the New York Jets that they're going to be able to create enough separation and enough room for, Sam Darnold to be able to make some throws. So, I mean, look, if you're the New York Jets, what your recipe for success in this game is that you got to be able to run the football. You got to be able to run the football with Frank Gore and Le'Veon Bell, and you got to be able to pound that rock. Because if this game comes down to, winning the game by throwing the football, I don't think that benefits the New York Jets, especially when you look at how this team is equipped. They just don't have enough. Now, the offensive line, the offensive line should be a slight bit better because of the addition of rookie Mekhi Becton. But, I mean, I don't really think that this is a fair matchup for the New York Jets. I don't think they match up well against the Buffalo Bills. I just think that I have to take the Buffalo Bills to win this game. And not because the Buffalo Bills are just an all-around better team, but I just think that Sean McDermott and his coaching staff is going to expose the weaknesses and the concerns about the New York Jets. And those same concerns that we had about the New York Jets in training camp could be on full display in this game. And if you're a New York Jets fan, man, I know you're confident about your team. I know everybody around this time is excited. Everybody thinks that their team has a chance of winning the Super Bowl. But if you're a New York Jets fan, listen, I know it's week one. I know it's early. I know this is maybe a little bit of a bold statement. But this game right here could foreshadow what is in store for the New York Jets this season. If they come out here and they get blown out and they struggle to move the ball down the field in this Buffalo Bills defense, and these wide receivers can't create separation, this may be a long year. A very long year. And for the Buffalo Bills, if you're Josh Allen, you're sitting here, you're licking your chops. Because the defense for the New York Jets isn't great and it's not good. They lost two of their best players from last season. You still got Quentin Williams. I think the defensive line is pretty solid. That's one thing that I will give the New York Jets credit for. But overall, I got to take the Buffalo Bills. I think the Buffalo Bills win this game pretty convincingly. I think they win this game 31-17. Because I just have too many question marks about the New York Jets in this game. If the New York Jets win this game and they, win it and they prove me wrong, all props to you. Because what I want to see is I don't really know what to believe the New York Jets because it's just so much dysfunctionality in this organization that has taken place this past offseason. Training camp, the offense getting outshined by the second team offense, the first team defense getting scored on by the second team offense. You had disgruntled stars. You had Jamal Adams saying that Adam Gase isn't the coach for the New York Jets to lead them to the playoffs. You got Le'Veon Bell reportedly having some kind of tension with Adam Gase the way he's been utilized in training camp so far. So, I mean, we are about to see if everything that's been said about the New York Jets throughout training camp has been true or if it's just been overreactions. I would like to think that it is an overreaction, but I don't know because this is a really good Buffalo Bills team. And if this New York Jets team isn't ready come week one, they're going to get smacked in the mouth and they're going to get embarrassed. And that's not me being biased. That's not me trying to, be funny or trying to be cool on the New York Jets. That's just me being honest and being blunt. The New York Jets have a lot of questions and a lot of concerns that are going to be, answered in this game versus the Buffalo Bills. They're either going to be better than what we were leading to believe coming out of training camp, or they're going to be just as bad as we thought they were coming out of training camp.